Are you feeling juicy? You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold hard cash. Paper. Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'm going to be walking you through the crypto markets. First things first, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin here on the short term because I got in a cheeky little position yesterday, was pretty good as discussed on stream. The stars aligned and we got in. Very nice stuff indeed, made a little cheeky 2%. Stop loss at entry, same usual thing that happens, but yeah, is what it is, did what it did. But yeah, we'll go through that fairly shortly. Once we're done with the short term, we're going to be going straight through to the midterm for Bitcoin. And yes, I have changed the colors of my Fibonacci retracement just because it was a bit ski whiff. And yeah, you guys preferred I think one block color so you could see. I think the chart was just a bit ugly, right? We couldn't really see that much what was going on. So yeah, it's a bit more dominant, a bit more solid, right? So we can really kind of get into grips of prices and just a bit more visually appealing for the end consumer, which is obviously you guys, right? Once we're done with Bitcoin here on the midterm, we're going to go straight through to the long term because it's getting quite interesting again here, bouncing off of this perfect little beautiful bad boy swing low here at around 32,800, that sort of area. Once we're done with Bitcoin, guys, we're going to go straight through to some altcoin requests. That's where you guys basically just smash a load of altcoins in the chat, and I'll just basically pick a load, and we'll just do some live TA and see if we can get some positions for the day to be looking out for there. It's going to be interesting to see how that does go. Without further ado, let's do some shout outs. We've got first in the chat, Lauren saying, don't forget to smash the like button as we wait. Yeah, to appreciate those likes coming through, guys. Currently sat on 5 likes. We've got 11 of you watching. Amazing stuff, to appreciate it. We've got Leader Crypto. We've got Joseph saying good morning to myself and Lauren today. We've got Salam Siddiq coming through there nicely on the stream. Then we've got Hey You. Greetings to all the Chesters and Chestopians out there in the room. Sorry, we got Omar saying it's gonna dump crazy tonight. I'm pretty sure it's gonna dump fairly soon, right? Fairly soon. I'm on the same boat as you, right? I do think we are looking for we're looking for a bit of downwards momentum now, and now we have had a bit of a pullback coming through there. We got Here Optimist saying hello, good morning to you. Got Simon coming on the stream there, nice to see you on the stream there, Simon. Good morning, Vietnam. Sorry. Good morning, CC gang, right? I'll just leave that there. Good morning, basketballs. Hope you're having a good day. Crypto Brothers stream when? Actually, my brother's due to fly back to the UK fairly soon, start of February, and that's when we're going to start organizing that because yeah, it's going to be really cool. We were going to do it like when I first started my channel, but I was just far too nervous, right? I was far too nervous to be jumping on stream with him and like everyone. So yeah, now I've obviously got a bit more confidence and stuff like that. Now I stream on my own every day. I've been doing that for months and months now. So yeah, I think we're actually really looking forward to it, me and him, just to jump on a stream together and like just kind of chop up a chart. I think it'd be really quite cool. Lauren's saying, Chester, how's your head? My head's absolutely fine. Minor headache. No, it's absolutely fine. Law of attraction. you know how it works, right? It's absolutely fine. But yeah, we'll see how that goes throughout the stream. Energy is not going to be at the peak today, but we are here at the end of the day, right? And yeah, let's see if we can weigh up some potential positions today to be taken advantage of. We've got Kevin in the chat as well. Nice to see you on the stream there, Kevin. We've got Dominic, and we've also got Nick the Muzzo. Evening, all from Bangkok. Amazing stuff there, man. That's where my brother is at the moment. Cool stuff, Bangkok. But yeah, let's carry on, guys. I was there. Damn, it's actually nuts. I was there at your first stream. Damn, that's crazy. Basketballs, absolutely crazy, man. You were so nervous. Yeah, man. I was really, really nervous. I'm a lot more comfortable now, I think. But yeah, just kind of chill now. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a strange one. You just kind of got to get used to it, I guess. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get straight into BTC because that's obviously why we're all here. In a world, Solana, Luna, when you can. Yeah, man, definitely. I'll definitely look into those. But yeah, let's do a let's do a bit of Bitcoin because yesterday we were talking about this falling wedge chart pattern here on the short-term time frame, guys. We were talking about the idea of breaking to the upside here and executing a lovely little long, right? A lovely little long. When I say little long, I'm totally underselling it because it's a huge long. It's a 13.96% long that we were looking for yesterday. I was waiting for a candle body close above these wicks, right? Above these filthy 3 wicks coming out here, as discussed on the stream there. Now, here on around 2 o'clock, we did actually have a really nice big pump, right? We saw a nice big pump for Bitcoin, bringing the price all the way up to 37,138, right? I wasn't going to enter there even if we had a candle body close there because my first take profit is at this candle body here from this reversal, and obviously the next take profit is going to be at the wick top there at 37,500. So I wasn't going to get in even if we did have a candle body close close up to this line because it's too close to the take profit in my opinion, right? We did weigh this up yesterday. I was waiting for a candle literally like this, right? The perfect scenario here is a nice candle body close here above these 3 wicks as we were looking out for there. It just shows that we're creating that high again, and we are still pushing up after having that downward selling pressure from before. So this is where I entered around 36,800 and basically just rode it up, right? First take profit was pretty much tapped instantly, right? First take profit around 1% tapped instantly, and then straight up to near enough a 2% take profit, right? So yeah, pretty good stuff indeed. Granted, yes, we were going for that 13%, but this is the whole, you grid your take profits, guys. Once you hit your first take profit, you know what you do? You take your stop loss, move your stop loss to your entry point, right? So yes, we did come down quite drastically after that and get stopped out. But hey, it's not the end of the world because we banked 2%. Money, cold hard cash, it's all good. If you're doing 2% a day, you're chilling, like you're laughing. That's good money, right? That's decent. So yeah, 2% banked yesterday, so yeah, not too bad. And now we're basically just, unfortunately, we have had that continuation to the upside, which yes, it does suck because if you didn't move your stop loss to your entry point, you would have rode this wave all the way up, and you would currently be sat at around 2.62% of profits, and really not the biggest amount of money in the world compared to the safe and risk reward scenario that we were going through there for that 2%. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of that now, guys, because that is obviously all played out. We're gonna leave this this beautiful big 13.96% because this is obviously gonna be the measure move completion to the top side here. Tell you what, while I'm here, I'm gonna be moving these lines back to yellow, right, to make them more dominant because I think that's been a definite problem in terms of visibility here. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes, and hopefully it's hopefully you guys can all see it fairly well. But yeah, so this is going to be something to be looking out for today, guys. In terms of like a day trade here, I'm going to be looking for some sort of channel or some sort of rising wedge that we are seeing here, right? So yeah, let's just ignore what we've got going on in terms of this trend line to the downside here from that falling wedge there because we are in the breakout from that. So yeah, we're going to be trading that. We're not really going to be trading that as well, but we are going to be trading something else if there is something else on the table, right? And this could be something along the lines of this, right? So as you can see, we do obviously have a pretty strong level of support here, guys. A pretty strong level of support on this lower side. Really, really, really strong. We tested this literally like 4 or 5 times now. So we know once we test something so many times, the likelihood of us breaking actually gets more likelihood. There's more chance of us breaking, right? Imagine you're punching a bit of wood. The more times you punch that bit of wood, the more chance it's going to break, right? So yeah, if you think these tests are like the candles punching a bit of wood, right? The more chance it's going to break in the future. So yeah, that's definitely something to be looking out for there. And also, guys, it is a rising wedge because you can see the resistance to the top side here. You can see the support to the bottom side here. Rising wedge channel being formed here. If this is going to break, they tend to break to the downside, right? And to be honest with that, guys, we do need some sort of retracement coming through there. So this is the position I'm going to be looking for today. I'm going to be looking for a lovely cheeky little short here. This is going to be very interesting to see how this does play out and when this is going to play out, whether we are going to ride up here before we have a break to the downside. This is where it's going to get quite interesting, because we are going to go into the longer term time frames here, because there is quite a few signs telling us that 39,000 is on the cards, and then from there probably going to see a bit of a continuation to the downside, I would say. Maybe a colossal dump, right? But yeah, we'll get to that on the midterm and the longer term time frame from there, right? We've got Hadra Salim in the chat there. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. We've got Tom, we've got Ray, Lan, we've got Polo Chips, we've got Sariga. There's quite a few of you today. Nice to see you all on the stream, guys. Do appreciate it. So yeah, let's do a measure move to the downside here, because this is where it's going to get quite interesting to see how much money is on the table for us to take, right? We're here to make money, cold hard cash. So yeah, we'll just see how much money we can take today through a measure move to the downside, which is obviously going to be something along the lines of this, guys, going on the most recent downtrend like so. Now, obviously, we are at the top side of this rising wedge at this time. If we come down to the lower side here, this is going to be the measure move, guys. The measure move will change here. It will change and it will be smaller, but at this point in time, we don't know how strong this trend is going to be. It could even be some sort of sideways flaccid thing like this, and then it's just it's actually a really tiny measure move, right? You can see the difference in price here for the measure move to be completed here. So yeah, this is definitely something to be looking out for there. But for speculatively speaking, for now, we're going to be doing something along the lines of this, right? Because obviously this is going to be the most recent downtrend at this time, right? So yeah, let's have a look at that. So let's go on the basis that we break here, for example. Let's do some percentages. Let me just, I'm going to get rid of this 13% move for now. And then we can draw that measure move back in a sec. But yeah, it's going to be around 2.74%, guys. That's on the table waiting to be taken today. Really quite nice. Obviously, depending on where we're going to break, because we are at the top side here, it's still quite hard to basically say where we're going to be getting in or where the entry that I'm going to be looking for is. And first things first, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Please go do your own research. I'm here to educate you in terms of trading, in terms of TA. I'm not here to give you trades. So yeah, I'm not a financial advisor at all. Little disclaimer coming through there. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's carry this on. So as I was just saying that, when I look for an entry, I want to be breaking a low. I want to be invalidating a higher low like we've got here. Or I want to see a nice congruent break of a trend line like so, right? As you can see, we still do have wicks on the lower side. So this gives me some sort of inclination that we're going to have a little cheeky trap zone, right? A little cheeky trap zone, which is a zone which we usually come in and have a little fake, right? We fake it out and then we bang it back up, right? We're not going to be about entering them. We're not in there. We're not going to be entering those. So still speculatively speaking on where we're going to get in, this is obviously going to be moving like so. We've obviously got key horizontals coming through here as well. So these are going to be playing key parts in this position as well. I'm sure this is something that we could check back into in the next hour or so, right? It's just a bit unfortunate that we're on the top side here. But yeah, this is the position I'm going to be looking for a reference for tomorrow if we do break to the downside, right? Now, in terms of breaking to the upside here, I'm probably staying out, guys. I'm probably going to stay out. And my reasoning for this is, guys, technically, I don't like getting in once I've already made money on a move. And I have made money on this move already. I made like 2% yesterday, as I was saying there. This is the measure move in terms of the break from yesterday here. And basically, this could actually run all the way up to this 41,000, right? That's sort of the target price point for this move, for this measure move to the upside here. Do I think it's going to get there? It's really quite unlikely that it is, right? Because we do have a lot of resistance to the top side here for the longer term timeframes, right? Unless we start some insane, massive uptrend here, the chance of that happening right now in terms of the markets and obviously the world economies and everything that's happening right now, it's quite unlikely that we're going to bang it right the way up, right? And start invalidating these insane downtrends. So we're going to be leaving this here. Just because we need to be using that as some sort of sense of direction here. So yeah, we'll be leaving that there for now in terms of a reference point for the day, in terms of just seeing how high that will basically go in terms of just referencing that measure move in terms. Now, there is something else that I want to talk about, guys. It's just because you can see on the RSI here, this is quite interesting because obviously we've got this technically a lower high, right? We've got a lower high at 4 a.m. this morning, and currently we're below that. We're below that lower high currently in the price, right? Currently. Now, 4 a.m. this morning, we're actually higher on the chart. So what does that tell us? It tells us there's potential for a bearish divergence coming through. Obviously, guys, it is very close and it's not confirmed as of yet, but this is something to be looking out for, right? We do need to not be overlooking this, because if we do see a reversal, then this is obviously going to be some sort of we're going to be seeing basically confirmation of some sort of downward selling pressure, right? How low is that going to go? Is it going to mean that we're going to be ready for a big 2.7% breakout that we're looking for there? Potentially, potentially not. We'll just have to see how that goes and see how we do react on this support line that I was just talking about before, right? So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how that does plan out. But yeah, just for your educational purposes here, there is a potential for a bearish divergence here to come into fruition, right? So yeah, we'll just have to check that out as we go throughout the day, right? Just gonna have some tea, and then we're going to be having a look at the MACD, right? Because we've got this trend cycle, guys. We've still got a trend cycle coming through here. We're still literally imminently waiting for some sort of reversal coming through here. If we are going to be actually coming down and testing this level of support here, testing the idea of creating creating a higher low here in terms of this trend cycle, then it's actually going to be really interesting, because this could actually mean a potential bounce point before our position, right? So there's a couple of things that I want to be looking out for here, and a couple of things that I'm looking for confirmation for this short position, right? We've got the RSI bearish divergence. That's looking pretty good. We've also got this trend cycle coming through here. If we invalidate this trend line here, we're likely to break down, right? We are likely to break down. My head's in the way. We're likely to break down here, guys. So we basically need to be ready. If we are going to break down, we're going to be breaking down in terms of the price as well, right? So yeah, stars are going to be aligning here. There's going to be a lovely cheeky, potentially 2.74% short there for Bitcoin on the table, right? Which is obviously something to look forward to, right? But yeah, that's going to be BTC summed up here on the short-term time frame, right? I'm dragging this out, right? I don't mean to be, guys. There's just a lot of information to be laying today, right? And obviously been 18 minutes. God, I got to speed that up. Right, in terms of but let's jump to the midterm here for BTC right now. As you can see, we've got a very strong downtrend, guys. We've been in a very strong downtrend since all-time highs now. Lower highs being set continuously, right? We obviously set the low back on December the 4th, invalidated that coming through to the start of this year. Now from there, it's just been lower high and just filthy descents all the way down to 32,000, right? We'll tap in north side of 33K. Yeah, 33,000, that sort of area we did tap, and then bounce from there, claiming the volume weighted ATR band with quite a bit of confidence, actually, a bit too much confidence in my opinion. I do think it is still a bit uncertain of where we're going to be going, right? In terms of confirmation for upwards momentum here, guys, I want to be seeing BTC breach this this halfway point, right? Yeah, I'm gonna change this halfway point because that wasn't very easy to see. So you just bear with me. That is gonna be this one here. Obviously it's the 50, guys. What color should we make that one? Should we make that red, blue, pink, orange? Yeah, I like that one. That's cool. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, this is obviously going to be the halfway point for the Fibonacci retracement. This is obviously the point where we do see a reversal in the trend, right? This is where we're going to see the reversal in the trend. So this is the key area to be looking out for there, guys. If we can get above 41 there, as discussed here on the short-term time frame here for this measure move here, if you can get above 41 there, 41.2's there, 41.3's there, 41.4, sorry. If we can get above 41.4, this is when we're going to hopefully find that support on the 200, and then we're going to see trend reversal. This is the confirmation that we need to actually see that trend reversal in terms of the Fibonacci retracement, right? So that's definitely a point to be looking out for there, and it's going to be very interesting to see how we actually react if we do get to that zone, right? What we're looking for now, we do have quite a few things in the way, unfortunately. When I say things in the way, yes, we have just found support on the Fibonacci retracement of the 0.236 there. Usually, what happens here is rejection and continuation, right? That's usually what happens here. But it hasn't actually happened, right? We haven't actually had that. We've actually just seen continuation of the uptrend, which basically means, yes, it is slightly more bullish. But I'm still not bullish at all at this point. If you're looking at this chart, this is just filth. It's absolute filth, and to be honest, this on the longer term time frame here is just too good to be true in my opinion, right? This looks far too good to be true, and I would really expect resistance coming through there. Maybe the whales are going to go, let's bang it to 41, and then absolutely wreck everyone, right? Because the confidence that people are looking for here for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general is this next huge uptrend, right? When we saw on the 21st of July, I think that was, when we did see that bounce. Let me bring that up back in history, right? when we actually saw this bounce coming through here on the 21st of July, 20th of July, right? When we saw that bounce coming through, that people are looking for this sort of scenario to the upside again, right? Because it's obviously pulled up a lot of the other altcoins. Obviously, we did have September from there, but you can see the uptrend banging it up to new all-time highs. People are literally itching for this scenario right now. So if I was a whale, right? If I was a whale, think like a whale, you're never going to fail. This is a scenario that I would probably give, try and get as many investment as possible, right? In terms of futures contracts and stuff like that. Try and bang it up to 41 here, and then the confidence that people are going to be getting here, they're going to be like, oh my God, we're going to the moon. It's going to go back to all-time highs, right? We've hit the bottom. You see what I'm trying to say here? It's a big trap. It's going to be a big trap, in my opinion, if it is going to happen, right? If we do find support on this this 0.5, this 50% point on the Fibonacci retracement, then yeah, it's going to be pretty goddamn good, in my opinion, right? It's obviously going to be very, very good indeed. And then yes, Kevin, there could be inverted head and shoulders coming through there, right? And this is this sort of scenario coming through, right? That's something that we could be looking at, and that is they tend to play out like 30% of the time or something like that. Not like a lot, but yeah, this is something that will get a lot of coverage, I do believe, across a lot of the main YouTube channels, right? A lot of the TA channels, they will be doing like a basic inverted head and shoulders patterns and stuff like that, and then we're probably going to see it get counter traded by the whales or something along the lines of that, right? Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of head and shoulders patterns, but yeah, we're not going to ignore it if it's on the chart, right? So yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And if we do start hovering around this 41 and do create a range 41 to 44, that sort of area, then yeah, I would say head and shoulders is inverted head and shoulders is definitely something to be looking out for there. But yeah, before that, guys, we do have heavy resistance, right? And this is what I did want to cover here. We do have heavy resistance coming through, especially off the 55. You can see we've tested that most recently in the last literally 4 hours. We're gonna see a 4-hour candle close on this stream, which is going to be quite nice to see there. We'll see how reactive that will be. Interesting stuff indeed. But yeah, as I said, we've got the Fibonacci retracement coming through of the 0.382. I would be shocked if we don't find resistance to 39K, guys. I would really be shocked. I'd be like, wow, okay, that's pretty crazy indeed, right? 39K is definitely a resistance point to be looking out for there. We have been trending up really quite strongly and quite aggressively without any real retracement coming through here as of yet. And when I say retracement, guys, not Fibonacci retracement, I mean like a nice solid higher low on the midterm, right? Because obviously this is the low. I want to see a nice solid higher low and then continuation to the upside if it is going to happen for a healthy chart. It's not healthy if we don't see this happen, right? So we need to see this happen. Otherwise, we're likely to just see a big trap and a massive, massive dump coming through there. Because remember, dumps happen 10 times easier than pumps, right? We know that. So yeah, let's just let's not get too cautious out here, guys. Let's not get too cautious. Let's be cautious and just be prepared for any sort of scenario coming through there, right? Now, in terms of a potential trade here, should we look at terms of potential trade here for BTC? Because there's got to be something. It's got to be something, man. Obviously, we got the swing high there from the Fibonacci retracement. So let's God, I got bunged up throat. Let's do some trend lines. Let's do some trend lines. See if we can find some sort of breakout scenario or some chart patterns that we can be looking at. Right? It's all just fresh, fresh chart. I deleted all the other stuff earlier, so we can get some fresh stuff coming through. That, I mean, that'd be the obvious thing, right? And say we're creating a range in here. And to be honest, that is going to be very, very correlative with the 50%, the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. If we can get above that, then that is going to be congruent for a lovely breakout to the upside, right? So yeah, we could weigh that up, actually. Yeah, we could weigh that up. Why not? Let's just go on the basis that we do see this uptrend actually have really nice continuation there. That would be really, really quite nice if that is going to happen. This is going to be the measure move to the upside from there. And yes, that is going to be bringing us up to $50,000 there, which, hey, would be unbelievable, right? Would be absolutely unbelievable if we can get to 50K again. And if that is going to happen, guys, on the longer term time frame, we will see some serious checkpoints getting breached here, which would be very, very nice to see. But as you can see, we do have a major trend line coming down from this 40k sort of area there. So yeah, that's going to be another serious point that we need to get over. So yeah, there's multiple resistance along the way here. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, let's do a percentage for this gain. If this is going to be on the table, it's definitely going to be something that we're going to be taking advantage of. We'll be clearing the 50% retracement. We'll be clearing the 200 EMA as well. We'll be clearing this very strong resistance trend line here. So yeah, we'll literally just have to see how this goes, right? We'll just literally have to see how this goes. And yes, Lauren, my throat is feeling great. To be honest, my throat is unreal. My throat is unreal. It's to be fair, the headache's kind of going now. I've got like a pomegranate tea or something, like detoxifying or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think I'm all good. Yes, so this is going to be the move to the upside, right? So yeah, it's definitely something to be looking out for there if we are going to break to the upside here, because obviously this is a parallel channel to the downside, and that obviously means we tend to usually break to the upside. So yeah, not too bad overall there, but high hopes in actually breaking that, guys. I don't think we're going to be breaking that anytime soon, right? In my opinion. But yeah, let's move on to the longer term time frame. No, we didn't cover the directional movement index, right? I like to cover this. It's quite a colorful thing coming through there. Look, the ADX, we were talking about how steep this was falling yesterday. This obviously determines the strength of the trend coming through here, guys. We were looking for this bullish crossover. We did actually get a bullish crossover with the ADX at around 31, right? That does technically mean that we're going to have a really nice uptrend, right? Technically, it does mean that because the ADX is nice and high. We've had that bullish crossover, and you can see how far apart we are getting. That just shows the strength of the trend is improving. The ADX is coming back to this sort of horizontal level, and we're looking for that reversal, right? If we can see that reversal coming through on the 25 there, then this is actually going to show a lot of upwards momentum here for Bitcoin, and that's going to be very nice to see, right? So yeah, definitely something to be keeping an eye on as well. As well as that, we've got the RSI creeping up ever so slightly, right? Creeping up ever so slightly. But, if we do not clear 41,000 with the utmost confidence coming through here, because you can see also we've got this. Let me get rid of some stuff on the chart, right? You can see what am I doing, man? We've got this on the top side of the chart, right? Obviously, this is the lower high here. You can see on the RSI, we've got a very strong mountain peak here, right? Very strong mountain peak, and obviously where we are seeing us coming up to that zone, that 62 on the RSI there, we're not quite there in terms of the price, right? We've still got to get to 43,000 to actually be on the same wavelength as the RSI here. And when I'm talking about this, guys, I mean there is going to be a potential for a bearish divergence coming through here, guys, depending on how we react, right? Because if this is going to actually come up and invalidate this invalidate and create a high from this peak here on the RSI, then this is what we need to be looking out for here for BTC. It's going to be a bearish divergence from this zone, depending on where this rejection is going to be. That's going to be instant confirmation as well. So there is hella resistance in the way, right? There's a lot of resistance in the way, guys. So yeah, just please be aware of this. Another bearish divergence coming through, potentially coming through on the RSI as well. Sorry, on the midterm as well. So that's one on the short-term time frame, one on the midterm time frame, and we're going to jump to the long-term time frame as of now. As you can see, Death Cross, guys, played out very strongly indeed. The bounce that we saw of 32,900, 800 sort of area, that's actually been very strong indeed. I'll say it again, very strong indeed. Now, this right here, right now, is still bearish as hell, guys. Look at this chart. It's still bearish as hell. We've not crossed any solid lower highs here. No invalidation, we've not actually had a Fibonacci retracement here on the daily. The Fibonacci retracement on the daily is to the 0.236 here, and that's going to be 39,000, right? 39,200, 39,174. So what I would say is I do think we're probably going to come up to 39,000. Where are we? 39,000. Yeah, 39,000 here. You can see on the cards, very strong indeed. 39,300 there. You can see where we were looking at 39,300 there in terms of the Fibonacci retracement there. So 39,234, and then also on the longer term time frame as well, 39,174. So I can definitely see a big test coming of this 39,000 if we can get the momentum to get there. And then when we get there, because we've been going so steep over the last like 4 days or so, I really would expect descent. Horrible, filthy price action to the downside, right? It's not going to be slow. It's not going to be boring. I think it's going to be volatile as hell, and it's going to be very, very choppy indeed, right? So yeah, please be prepared for rejection at 39,200 sort of area if we do actually see continuation to the upside in the next sort of day or so, right? Because you can see it is looking fairly decent in terms of progression, but as we have been discussing, there's multiple resistance points along the way, right? And that is pretty much correlating very, very well with 39k, right? So yeah, definitely a point to be looking out for there. Hey, if we find support on that, amazing. It's going to be really, really good stuff indeed. But then there's going to be heavy resistance in terms of this downward sloping resistance line from the all-time high, right? And you can see the Viva La resistance that we do have along this zone. Very, very, very strong indeed, right? Very strong. So so the chance of us having continuation here, it's more likely than not. So yeah, just be prepared for that, guys. Yeah, not too bad. It's not too bad at the end of the day, right? We're looking for shorts. We're still making money coming through here. Yes, the hodl is depreciating, right? The hodl is depreciating. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's a hodl. We're leaving it there to stay. If anything, we're adding to it in these times, right? Because to be honest, I prefer adding to my hodl, right? In a scenario like this, because you're getting a lot more coins for your buck, right? You're getting a lot more coins for your fiat. So it's actually a blessing, right? And at the end of the day, guys, we're trading crypto every day. We're talking about crypto every day. We literally live crypto. So we know. We already know. We're so early to this game. We're super early, right? We're super early. So at the end of the day, you know, in 10 years' time, we all gonna be whipping our McLarens and our Lambos. Simple as that, right? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, right? So yeah, just stay patient, stay calm, stay collected. This is just a downtrend, and they happen. It's fine. So yeah, let's should we move on? Move on to some altcoin requests, shall we? Do some altcoin requests coming through there. I mean, to be honest, also let's talk about the RSI for a second here. You bring your average entry down. I'm not sure. Do you mean my equity of my entry? I still usually trade 5%, right? I never put in more than 5% of my trading balance into a position. Otherwise, you gonna get wrecked, and then you're emotionally attached to that trade. And if you do lose that trade, hey guys, we all lose trades. It's fine. we have certain steps to stop us losing trades and minimizing those losses, but we all still do lose trades, right? People do lose, right? You're not 100% successful. So yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about that. Yeah, we take steps to basically ensure our safety. So yeah, the 5% rule there, that's obviously there to stop you blowing your whole account, right? And you've got a lot of and it stops all the emotional side of things as well, right? And even if you had like 2-3 losses in a row, yeah, it's 15% down. But then if you're going for like say like a 5-10% on a trade, like the chances of you losing three trades in a row, it's actually really quite unlikely if you're following like the system that I follow like that, right? But yeah, I'm gonna write some rules in the Telegram about this stuff, guys, because yeah, I talk about my laws and stuff that I do every single day in terms of my trading, just to keep me profitable. But I don't think I've actually written them down in the Telegram and like showed you them properly. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that just to give you guys a bit more of an edge, because that's obviously what it's all about, finding your edge. But yeah, RSI looking fairly rejectable here on the daily here for BTC. So yeah, watch out for that as well also. But yeah, that's going to be it from BTC. Let's have a look at Fear and Greed Index. It's a bit up from yesterday. We're at 12 yesterday, currently at 23 there, climbing up ever so slightly there. I mean, we have seen a bit of an uptrend here. As I said, don't get greedy, don't get trapped. I do still see downwards momentum coming through here. And we do have potential for a lovely cheeky short coming through here for the 2.74%. Good stuff. Now, without further ado, guys, get your altcoin requests in the chat, and I'll get to them ASAP, Rocky, as soon as possible there. And yeah, we're gonna just pick apart some altcoin charts for a bit, right? 24 likes as well, guys. Do appreciate those likes coming through. I really, really do, honestly, right? Really do appreciate those likes. But yeah, let's do some. Just Lambo for everyone. That's the plan, right? That's the plan. Can we take a look at BNB? I'm looking for Looking to trade the textbook double bottom scenario is so textbook, but the bad thing is I see bearish divergence 1 hour. What do you think? For polo chips, let's have a little look for you, my good sir. Obviously, the double bottom is here to stay at this point in time. We do have, obviously, a target price of this point at around 471. It's a long way away, right? It's a long way away, I must say, but I wouldn't actually be going for that double bottom, right? For me personally, that's not something I would get involved with, just because double bottoms, yes, they, like you said, they're textbook, right? They tend to play out, I think it's like 30 or 40% of the time, right? So what you want to be doing here, you want to be using that as a piece of information. If that is going to play out, that's you're giving yourself a 30% edge that you think it's going to go up. 30% isn't a lot. So you want to be banking as much money through as many different positions as you can along the way, right? So let's do a bit of that, right? Because there is a breakout scenario that we could be looking for here for BNB, and this is obviously in this range, right? We are going to be using this double bottom, but we're also going to be using a very strong horizontal here. This is creating a parallel channel coming through here, guys, and it's a very horizontal parallel channel, so it can break either way. That's what I'm trying to say, right? It can break either way. So what we're looking for here is going to be a measure move up, right? Obviously, it's not going to be as big. It's not going to be as big as coming back up to this top part of the double bottom there. But what it is going to do, it's going to serve as a benchmark for future business. No, it's going to be a 14.78% gain to the upside, right? And as we know, the safety protocol that we've got coming through here, we're not getting in until we're clearing, clearing these filthy wicks to the upside here, because you can see the resistance coming through here. So first things first, I want to see a candle body close above 390.3 there. 390.3 there, that's what I'm looking for there. And then first take profit, without a doubt, is going to be up. It's going to be up to this. I think someone might be at my door. You have to bear with me one sec, guys. One second. No, no one there. Just my dog going mental. Yeah, apologies for that, guys. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about the idea for a potential long position coming through for BNB, right? Whew, running up and down the stairs, right? So our first take profit is going to be around this 394.3, right? And that is going to be where we're going to be moving our stop loss to our entry point, right? And it's still going to be a 1% move, guys. So if we still bank that, it's still going to be it's still going to be good stuff coming through there. So hello there, chair, says says Hedra. That's funny stuff, man. Oh, sorry, female, right? Sorry. Bit of pomegranate tea coming through there. Good stuff. Lambo for everyone. That's the plan, right? That's the plan. And I do have a project coming through fairly soon that I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a head start on, right? A little bit of a head start. I'm not gonna say too much at this time, but yeah, there's going to be. I'm going to give whitelist access to our communities, me and mine and my brothers, right? But yeah, not going to say too much about that. But yeah, anyway, let's move on, right? Because this is a position that we are looking for. You did say there is a bearish divergence coming through on the RSI, I do believe. You're all sat there watching a chair. Bearish divergence on the 1 hour. Let's have a little look on that. Yeah, at this point in time, I can totally see what you're saying, right? Because you can see, obviously, we've got this high, and we are gradually overtaking this high here on the hourly, right? Come on, get your words out, mate. On the hourly. Now, it's quite interesting because it's not actually completely confirmed as of yet, this bearish divergence, my good sir, Polo Chips. Yeah, it's not completely confirmed as of yet because we are still actually coming up, right? So what we are looking for here, as we come up here, we're looking for a big sort of invalidation of this point here on the RSI. If we can get to this point on the RSI, don't worry about being overbought here, because it's really not. Sometimes these levels they tend to usually reject when we really get deeper in the zone there. So yeah, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. If you are looking for a breakout scenario, as long as you've got all your other things in place and the bearish divergence doesn't come into fruition there, then you're fine. You should be fine for that trade, right? But yeah, this is definitely something I'm going to be looking at for today. So yeah, I do appreciate that. Polo chips. I'm going to be flagging that in my book for potential trade there, because yeah, it does look fairly decent as well, and there is quite a lot of checkpoints along the way. And as you can see, this area, this dumping area that we did see from before, you can see that downwards momentum there. It's pretty clean, right? It's pretty clean for upwards momentum coming through there for BNB, right? And obviously, I'm very, very bullish on BNB, and to get BNB at $388 a coin, it's insanely cheap, right? So yeah, pretty good stuff for BNB right there. Obviously going to be taking profit at all major moving averages. That I probably might even be jumping down to the 15-minute to manage this, see what we got coming through there, because you can see volume weighted ATR band coming through there, and you can see the Viva resistance coming through from that. Very, very strong stuff indeed. So yeah, this is going to be something that we are going to be using to manage our position as we run that up, because there is going to be resistance along that bad boy, or uptrends which is going to be holding it up, right? So we are going to be definitely using this as a point of reference, right? Because you can see if we are trending above it, good stuff. If we lose it, we do start some filthy downtrends. So yeah, it's definitely a point to be looking out for there. But yeah, overall there, definitely not too bad for BNB, I would say. Not too bad in terms of a potential day trade to be looking out for there. But yeah, let's move on to something else. I need to catch my breath, right? Good. Back in the room. Woosah. But yeah, let's have a little look at thank you, nice 1%. Ain't that bad, I guess. And I suppose you're leveraging it up as well, right? Slap on those veins, leverage junkie and all that. Where are we? We got a few more requests coming through. I can see them. We've got my alts of the day. We've got Near, Atom, and Gala for Lauren. Let's have a look at Near. I'm not going to do all of those requests, Lauren. I'm going to see probably do a couple more from down the list, because I don't want to prioritize other people, right? I've got to be fair to everyone. So so yeah, I'm gonna do Near, and then we'll move on to something else. If I run out of requests, don't rest assured I will get back to those Atom and Gala for you. To be honest, I do want to have a little look at Gala as well, just for personal preference, right? Inverted head and shoulders straight away, just looking at the chart, jumping out at you. As you can see there, we do have boom, shoulder, head, potential shoulder, and then coming back up, right? That's something to be looking out for there. Key points to be looking out for there for a bounce, for a potential higher low, is going to be for a price. It's going to be around $10.65 there. Am I going to be blindly trading this chart pattern? Probably not, right? I'm going to be looking for some sort of something else to really give us a bit more confirmation that we're going to see something good coming through here for a day trade. So yeah, I don't think I'll be jumping into this anytime soon. I'll probably just let that one go, because there's nothing really that I can see that's great. I mean, we do have potential for an ascending triangle, guys, and that's going to be obviously trend line coming through like that, and then obviously we've got our bottom from there, and then we're going to see some sort of ascending triangle like so, right? So yeah, this could actually be something that could be worth trading, depending on how we are going to react to this this top side horizontal that we have seen pretty much quite a bit of resistance from, right? You can see resistance coming through multiple times here. So we basically need to just ask ourselves, what are we going to be doing when we break this zone, right? First things first, we're not going to be getting in until we've seen us break this wick here, and that's going to be at $12.65 there. And then even from there, we've got the 200 EMA just creeping up to say hello. So let's do a measure move to start off with that. And let's bring that up like so. Obviously, depending on where we're going to break here, guys, it is still speculatively speaking on where we're going to break. We're going to be moving this measure move as we go, depending on how we react here. And then percentage-wise for this potential position it's filthy. It's 23. It's a 23.5% big juicy move there for you, Lauren. Pretty crazy stuff coming through there. As I was saying, I wouldn't get in until we've seen clearance of when I say clearance, guys, I want to see a candle body close above this area, right? Candle body close above $12.68 there, and then you can see the nice bit of upwards momentum from there, right? And hopefully we've got a nice level of support coming through, a nice level of resistance coming through at 13.15 from the 200 EMA there. And then I'm going to be banging in another take profit coming through along that zone, because you want to be taking profit the whole way up here, guys. You don't want to be... I might even bang one in the first 2% that we banged here, right? Just to be safe, because I don't want to be reversed on at any point, right? And even if you are getting up to this fourth take profit there, the third take profit there, you're going to be looking at 6%. That's just ridiculous for a trade, right? That's just really good. So yeah, they're definitely... definitely something to be looking out for there today is near, guys. Definitely definitely interesting, definitely a breakout scenario. And obviously we've got an ascending triangle that tend to use to break to the upside. So yeah, good stuff coming through there. Well done to you, Lauren. Nice stuff. We've got Mark saying, can you chart LTC? A bit of Litecoin. I can have a little look at Litecoin. I think genuinely a lot of charts are looking fairly fairly bullish over the last. What is Waves doing? What is Waves doing? It's up 35%. Hello? What happened here? What on earth has happened here? That's pretty mental, right? Humongous humongous buying surge of buying momentum coming through there. Quite interesting, and that's not lighting off at all. Like, we are seeing a really nice uptrend coming through here, guys. Very, very strong. What I would say is Mount Everest, guys. Mount Everest, come on. Mount Everest. We need base camp 1. I'm gonna jump back to Litecoin because I know I did move away from that mark. Don't you worry, I haven't forgotten. But I just saw 36% now. That's crazy stuff. Crazy price action coming through there for Waves right now. Don't buy the top. Do not FOMO it, guys. If you want to jump in and get wrecked, you can. It's absolutely fine. I'm not going to get in this. It's too much for me now. We've missed the massive move, right? It's just exciting seeing a coin actually behaving like this in a market like we're in, right? So yeah, that's why I did jump to that fairly quickly. But yeah, try not to FOMO into stuff like this, guys, because the risk reward scenario is you're probably going to get wrecked. And we're not here to get wrecked. You know why we're here. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold, hard cash. As I say all the time. Now, this is quite an interesting one, Litecoin. First things first. I mean, you could say double bottom, but it's a bit choppy, right? Because obviously that wick's just filth. So I'm not going to say double bottom right now. What I am going to say is we do obviously have very key areas to be looking out for there in terms of horizontal. In terms of like a ranging point here, I would be inclined to say something along the lines of this. You can see obviously we do have spillage, guys. That tends to happen in a market like this because obviously BTC is leading the pack coming through here. So yeah, key areas to be looking out for there if you did want to jump and long out of this range here. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I wouldn't really want to get in until we've cleared. Yeah, it's just a bit too choppy, right? It's a bit too choppy in the ocean waters today here for this coin. I would say I wouldn't get in until we've cleared 112.1 and then first take profit 112.8, and then from there you can basically try and ride it up. But even then, it's still going to be. It's not going to be the biggest and best position in the world. I think it's more going to be a very choppy start to the day for the boat here. If you are going to get on the ride here, and it's only going to be around a 5%. So if you are going to be looking at really, really shallow take profit, I love all the ocean metaphors, right? Analogies, sorry. You're going to look at 0.5%, right? So yeah, very scalpy here, guys. Worth the time, potentially. Not really that sure here. The risk in terms of reward and how choppy this has been. It's there's cleaner positions out there in my opinion, right? I think there's cleaner positions out there in my opinion. We've got a super chat from Last Index saying juicy. Do appreciate that, man. Nice cup of tea. Hadra Salim saying like everyone. Amazing stuff, right? Do appreciate those likes coming through. Yeah, let's do some more altcoins, guys. Just to summarize on Litecoin in general, I think we did obviously have a humongous pump to the upside in previous history, right? We did obviously see Litecoin running up, and we did see it get quite a lot of attention, right? Overall, Litecoin is not really that famous for doing this. It tends to be more of a ranging sort of coin here when a lot of the markets are just chilling out. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see how that has happened, and maybe what we are seeing now is quite a violent reaction to that. And obviously this does cause quite a lot of FOMO to come in. It does cause quite a lot of new investors to be jumping into a coin that's quite volatile because the whole get rich quick greed factor takes over, and they're jumping in and now are looking for sort of selling opportunities, right? And that's why we are probably seeing a bit of choppiness coming through there. You can see, let's have a look at the volume weighted ATR band on the daily. Look at this. Would you look at that? That is unbelievable. for some sort of support coming through there. Look at the resistance on that. That's support, of course, guys. Just joking. So yeah, you can see the support on this volume weighted ATR is very, very strong indeed. Going all the way back to September 2019. 2019, long time ago now. This is obviously, you can see even the support's getting formed there. So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there for the volume weighted ATR and for Litecoin there. What is going on there? But obviously not that much data. But yeah, overall, I would say Litecoin's probably due some sort of upwards momentum here because we have tested the bottom a couple of times now, and yeah, it's looking okay for a bit of a breakout here. But just be very, very cautious because, as I said, it's gonna be a very, very choppy start to that trade. Excuse me. Is everyone panicking about BTC dumping? As I said, guys, we've got multiple things telling us that we're going to see some sort of, oh no, we've seen an invalidation of a bearish divergence, guys. So let's get rid of that. That's gone now. We didn't see the confirmation of that coming through there. So yeah, it does show that we could have a bit more upwards momentum. I'm not saying that it shows that it's the confirmation that we're going to explode here. I'm going to say it's the confirmation that we're not going to be banging it down as right away. But we do still have a bearish divergence to be thinking about here on the midterm here for Bitcoin. Obviously, that's going to lead the pack, right? So yeah, let's have a little look at some other coins. Let me just scroll up the chat, guys. See you guys requesting a few a bit ago. We've got Cyber requesting POCT, PKT. I don't know how this chart's going to be, so yeah, brace for impact. Like every other chart. Volume weighted ATR, this is a very new chart. This is very, very new, especially on this exchange. Don't know what the hell happened there. Obviously, that's open, guys. Tends to usually happen with coins like this. I'm going to try and have a look at the other charts, see if we can get some more data. Because more data, the better, and that's just absolute filth on a plate. We're not going to eat that. No, we're not. We're going to have a look at that other chart. But yeah, I just want to summarize. After seeing an open like that, guys, it's only natural for people to start selling into it, because this is obviously, it does bring a lot of new investors at the start here, and they obviously see a little pump, and then they're like, oh no, I'm selling at a loss, and then it all just goes to pot, right? So yeah, you can expect a sell-off after seeing a massive pump like that. So that's probably what we are seeing here over the last 10-20 days or so. But yeah, what we are seeing here in terms of a potential recovery, right, is actually not, it's not even too bad, right? It's really not even too bad. The reason why I'm saying this, obviously we've got a low coming through here, guys. When we see a low get set, what are we looking for here? We're looking for a lower high test and pretty much a lower high invalidation. So technically, yes, you have invalidated a lower high, right? If we zoom a bit further in, you can see the lower high here is 144. You can see where did we get to? 146. So yeah, technically lower high invalidation. So now, what I want to be looking for, you can see this is actually a higher low. If you come down and invalidate this higher low, then this is going to be classed as a retest, and then you were probably going to see a new low get set, right? If that isn't going to happen, and we're likely to see us actually recover here and come over this lower high, this is the confirmation that we're probably going to actually see a lot more upwards momentum coming through here. And then at that point, that's when you can be drawing trend lines in like so, and basically using them as levels of support coming through there. In terms of potential trade coming through at this point, it's not really something I would really be looking for yet. You could do ascending triangle coming through here, but it's just a bit too choppy, right? I would be waiting for a bit more confirmation coming through there. And as I said, invalidation of this lower high, and actually the confirmation of setting this higher low here. Because if you can set on a higher low here and then a higher low here, then come up, invalidate this lower high, and then set another higher low, and then you just start riding that train up. It's going to look very, very, a lot more bullish coming through there for this chart. Yeah, that's what I would say about that for now. For Cyber, we'll do a bit of Luna there for Lauren. A bit of Luna. A Luna. Ooh. 54 minutes. That's why the yawn's coming. Right, I'm just going to have to play some music, guys, because my music's turned itself off. That's my AirPods dead. There it is. Filthy drum and bass. keeps me in the zone, right? Yeah, Luna. Interesting. A lot of charts are interesting. I'm interested in all charts, really. So yeah, obviously we've got humongous uptrend to the upside from here. Very, very nice parallel channel. You can see the support that we've got coming through here. Really, really strong stuff. You can see Viva La resistance has been tested multiple times. Bit of a trap zone here. Resistance coming through from the top side there. Completely understandable, completely explained due to BTC having a fit and rolling off the floor, right? Rolling around in the floor. So as you can see, we do have a downwards measure move to the downside here, which is something that we can be looking at for the future there. So it's going to be around a 37% swing move to the downside here if Luna is going to decide to fall off a cliff. To be honest, I don't think it is. I think Luna's actually got a lot of hopium in the air right now. A lot of people are talking about it. They're doing some great stuff with their technology as well. So yeah, I do think Luna is probably due a pump coming through soon. So let's move in to the shorter term time frame and see if we can get some sort of trade for the day. That's the wrong tool. Sticky mouse. Let's have a little look, see what we got coming through there. Symmetrical triangle chart pattern straight off the bat is what I'm seeing. Obviously we've got this low, we've got higher lows there, maybe a bit of choppy water there in terms of trap zone there. So yeah, let's bang that bad boy in there. As you can see, this is going to be the no trade sort of zone to the downside there. And then you can see from here, we do have very, very, very strong resistance, as you can see here. I mean, to be honest, straight away, it's a bit annoying how coiled up you are inside of this chart pattern, guys. The reasoning for this is the more coiled up, the smaller the move is probably going to be while you're out of it. And then when you do see us actually get to the end of this chart pattern, you know what usually happens? We usually just do this, right? And then just have continuation in sort of a ranging sort of scenario there, which is obviously not great for planning a move out of this chart pattern, right? So sometimes when we do get to the end, it is a little bit less unreliable. The gains are obviously a lot smaller. So yeah, there could be a little bit of a gain to the upside or even the downside. But as I said, the downside is we got this trap zone coming through here. So that's pretty much going to be the size of the measure move as well. So yeah, not great. Not great here. Not great. This is going to be the move to the upside there. How much percentage are we looking for? Around 4.3... 4.26, right? 4.26% to the upside there. Let's have a little look. That's going to be an area to be looking out for there. Obviously, it's going to be a lower high there, guys. I'm not going to be getting in until we've cleared. To be honest with you, it's actually quite clean, right? There's not really that much going on in that sort of area there. Maybe an area to watch here is going to be this candle here, but you can see even then the lower point there, yeah, that's where I wouldn't be getting in until we've cleared this zone there, right? You can see the candle body bounce there. So I want to see a nice candle body close above this zone here, above 65.13. Once we've got that, we're going to be banging it up from there. First take profit point, probably going to be, yeah, probably definitely there actually. You can see this point is a very, very correlative point in previous price action. As you can see, very, very nice bounces in terms of levels of support as well. And you can see, yeah, perfect point of resistance as well there. So yeah, first take profit point is going to be there. As I said, it's going to be very, very early in the trade there. So yeah, it's going to be around 0.86, maybe actually less than that. Maybe less than that, yeah, 0.7. So then you've got to ask yourself, is it worth your time? Is the risk reward scenario decent? Do we have called up moving average to really create us a nice stop loss there? Not really, right? There's nothing, it's not really that congruent at this time. What I do potentially want to see is a bit more consolidation here, giving the moving averages time to really get together in this top side here, and then we can see that nice breakout, and then we've got a really nice tight stop loss there. That's sort of the ideal sort of scenario there. Then we can be running that wave all the way up. But yeah, that's what I would say about Luna for today. One to be looking out for. They don't talk to me. So I'm really behind on the chat, guys. I do apologize. Jay Constant saying, my son got Divok. My son got Divok, and now my eyes are blood red. I think I got it too. I hope you don't have it. And if you haven't had it before, you're fine. Just relax. It's okay. You'll be fine. It's like a 99% survival rate or something like that. It's just like intense flu with. It's quite strange. I won't lie. It's quite a strange one. But yeah, it's quite a strange one. But it's just it more comes in waves, attacking different parts of the immune system. Like I had a really bad throat for like 4 days. That went completely away, right? Then that went completely away. And then it was headaches for like 3 days. And then the fatigue came and I could barely walk for like 2 days. And then what else happened? Earaches. Had earaches for like a couple days. But this is all separate from each other. You don't have them at the same time. It's very, very strange. But yeah, you should be fine. Rest assured, you're all good. Hopefully your son's okay as well. Sending you our best from the CC Gang community out here, right? Secret network coming through there. I did buy some of this. I can't remember where I bought, actually. I think it was around this sort of area, right? It was around this sort of area, trying to bounce off this this level. In terms of a hodl, guys, it is a hodl for me, right? I did some research on this, and it does look really, really promising for the future there. It doesn't look too great in terms of a chart, but hey, it's obviously been trending up for a considerable amount of time now. So yeah, to be honest, it doesn't really look too bad, right? It doesn't look too bad. But we could easily, where we are now, we could easily come up here, set a lower high, and then have continuation down, because you can see we actually have invalidated a higher low here in terms of these lower prices. So don't be surprised if we do actually see a lower high actually get set here, and then continuation to the downside, like so. Am I going to be selling? No, I'm not. It's a hodl, guys. I'm leaving it in there. I wouldn't have invested my money, a certain amount of cash into this if I wasn't prepared to leave it, right? I look at a project, I do some research on it, it looks really, really quite good, so that's why I'm going to be doing that, right? Comes in waves, more ocean talk. just dying to get out on the yacht. No, I don't have a yacht. I want to buy a yacht. That'd be amazing. CC Gang party on the yacht. That'd be cool, right? Let's do a bit of reef for Maz. I do see like quite a few of you, like you tune in every day, right? And like you request like the same coin every day. It's quite interesting. So obviously, because I know a lot of people have favorite coins, right? People do have favorite coins, it's fact. So it's quite interesting to see you guys being loyal to your coin in a sense. Loyalty to the coin. Obviously, we've got a new swing low for the Fibonacci retracement coming through here. So this is going to be interesting to see how this is going to react here, because we are seeing a bit of upwards momentum coming through here on the daily. I would say the point to be looking out for there in terms of a resistance point is going to be that 1 cent 233. Let's jump down to the hourly and see what we can get in terms of a gauge of what's happening here. We do have a double bottom scenario, I would say. If you are going to invalidate that wick there, I think that's a wick. Yeah, if you are going to invalidate that wick, you could be looking at an inverted head and shoulders as well, and that could indicate a price dump to around this 937 sort of area there. Yeah, J Constant, you'll lose your like. I lost my smell and taste last. It was like I thought I was completely over it, and then I was there like we actually went out and we did a really expensive food shop. Well, we didn't go out. Sorry, we ordered a really expensive food shop. And it got delivered to the house. We were like really, really happy about it because we had all this really nice food. And then boom, no smell and taste. It's very emotional time. You don't realize how much you miss your smell and taste until it's gone, right? Just adds to hook as optional extras to his McLaren, right? More ocean stuff coming through, right? Yeah, potential double bottom, guys, coming through here. In terms of what I would be looking for here for Reef is to actually get over this area, right? To get over this area, come up, set a higher low scenario there, and then banging it up from there, right? That's what I really want to be seeing here. You're going to find resistance probably at this sort of area here. So what I probably would say here, if you are going to have continuation like you are seeing here, is resistance at this zone here. If you do come here, bang, that's absolutely fine because you've invalidated the most recent lower high there. You're not just going to bang all the way through it. You need to retrace after invalidating this one here, set a higher low, and then go again, and then you should break through, right? It just shows a nice, confident, bullish trend to the upside, right, when this is going to happen, right? But yeah, overall, I would say Reef is... I mean, it's a bearish chart, guys. Look at it. It's a bearish chart right now. You're invalidating... invalidate higher lows here, really strong here. You're setting lower highs, really strong here. You're setting lows here. It's really quite rough, right? If you are going to have continuation to the downside here, your next step is going to be unfortunately 687. If you are going to see a Fibonacci retracement come through, if you don't get rejected off the 10 simple at that point already, right? I did do a little bit of Litecoin coming through there. Move a voice, do Solana. I fell asleep, it's 4 a.m. I do really appreciate some of you guys because you are up at like literally like 3-4 a.m. watching me. So yeah, I do really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll do Solana for you now, Raylan. Hopefully you can get some sleep. I don't want to disturb your sleep, right? Sleep is very valuable. Solana's going mental, as we can see here. I've obviously got a lot of take profits coming through there, so let me get rid of all that because that's pretty much done its course of action. Starts fresh, right? Let's do a bit of fresh TA on Solana, right? My Solana going to $100. Yeah, Kevin, you bought it at 81, didn't you? Did really well there, man. Nice move. Hey, you saying a bit of juicy juice coming through there? 37 likes as well, guys. Do appreciate those likes coming through there. Now, Solana quite interesting right now. The reasoning for this is, guys, you can see the volume weighted ATR button, right? We actually lost this. We lost this back on the 22nd, and we're really quite struggling to reclaim it. When we do struggle to really reclaim it like so, we actually sometimes form... not going to see the data on this chart here, but if we jump to Bitcoin quickly, we actually form trends below it, guys. We do form trends below it here. If this is going to happen there, then it's definitely something to be looking out for there for Solana. I'm trying to find some data here, right? As you can see here, very strong downtrend below it. So if this is going to happen for Solana, we need to be aware of another drop to the downside here. And at the end of the day, we have seen a break from this parallel channel to the downside here. We have potentially seen a measure move play out like so. So let's, did we see that play out? I think I ended my position there, but yeah, more or less, we saw that play out, right? So yeah, there could be a potential bounce point coming through here. But what I'm looking for is for Solana, I want to see us claim this volume weighted ATR button at 98.70. I want to see a strong candle body close above it as well. And look, even if we do get a strong candle body close, I think Bitcoin just threw us back down below it. So yeah, we do want to see us actually get over this and really see a bit of upwards momentum. So we look at the more of a micro trend here on the hourly and see what's going on, because obviously we do have this low here. We've obviously got these lower highs here, very strong, and we're not actually yet to break them, guys. We're not yet to break them. So that does show there is still resistance to the downside here, and these are going to be key areas to be looking out for there for breakage, right? If we can break them to the upside, then hello money, how are you? Kevin's going to be a very happy man because obviously we will be going up, right? And obviously he's bought now, so yeah, good stuff, Kev. So yeah, as you can see, this is looking fairly good. We got high lows being set, nice stuff coming through there. But as I said, I want to see us break 99.86 and then 104.80 as well there. That's definitely the areas to be breaking. If we can get above that, then yeah, there is going to be a lovely potential uptrend to be taking full advantage of there. But yeah, overall, in terms of a trade for Solana, could be looking at something along the lines of this, right? I'm just spitballing here. There is obviously a trend line coming down like so. You can see the resistance that we have found off this before. I'm going to be banging it all the way up there, actually. You can see the resistance that we have found before from this trend line. So it basically tells us that we're probably due some sort of resistance coming through here. It is a broadening wedge, guys, and you know how I feel about these broadening wedges. They're not my favorite chart pattern. I'm not a fan of these. Not a fan of these. I'm just not. I just don't like the way they look, and I don't like how big the swings can get when you get to the end of the wedges, right? So yeah, not the nicest thing in the world, right? But yeah, what I do want to say, if we are going to have a breakout scenario for Solana here, this is going to be the measure move. That's the wrong tool. This is going to be the measure move to the upside like so. And this is definitely something to be looking out for there, guys. I wouldn't be getting in until we've cleared this 100 there, well, 99.86, candle body close above that. And also, even with that being said, you're probably going to pull back down, set a higher low, as you have seen here, once you tested, or once you've even broken this this lower high coming through here, right? Sorry, this lower high coming through here. Once you've even broken that, you're going to be coming up, maybe coming up to this area, and that can be a very strong take profit point, or another take profit point I would be likely to put in is probably there. So yeah, overall, I would say not too bad, but just this is a position I can see that we're probably going to break. Yeah, we're probably going to break. Could get in fairly easily, and then you've got to be on the fence here to come back down to set a higher low before more continuation to the upside. So it could be a position where we're waiting for a retest. It could be a position where we get in, take profit hit, stop loss to entry, and then we're out, and then waiting for the retest again. So yeah, there's a few scenarios to be looking out for there for this Solana trade here. But yeah, so, I'm not the biggest fan of these broadening wedges out here. So yeah, probably not going to be jumping into this. But hey, 16.82%. It's looking pretty juicy, right? Juicy. From where should we start shorting BTC? You start shorting BTC when... I'm joking. I can't tell you when you can short. I'm not a financial advisor, my good sir. Madam or preferred pronoun. But what I can say, the short line I'm looking for here, obviously you've got a rising wedge chart pattern here, guys. There is going to be potential for downwards momentum coming through here. If we come down to these sorts of areas, we've got a higher low here, guys. So we're going to be getting below this higher low here, and then, and only then, is a short position going to be activated. Obviously, the measure move is going to be a bit smaller here. At this point in time, we're going on the most recent downtrend, which is currently like so. But at this point in time, we don't have that data. So yeah, we're going to be looking at some sort of trade, probably like some sort of trend, probably something along the lines of this. Obviously, it's still speculatively speaking, guys. We still don't know how low we're going to go there. So yeah, for now, we'll just do that. And then yeah, obviously the break point here, this is going to be the 2.74% that's going to be on the table waiting to be taken here. Amazing stuff there, right? George says, ADA is breaking to the upside at the moment. Thoughts? Let's have a look at ADA for George. My main man, George. So ADA has claimed $1 again, $1.08, looking fairly decent. Let's have a little look at potential scenarios here for ADA, because actually ADA is actually on a breakout right now. Interesting. Let's stay where we are now on this hourly, because there is something that I do want to look at here, because we're going to be looking at some price targets here for ADA, because obviously, guys, this is a falling wedge chart pattern. You can see these candle bodies here. You can see we're in a breakout scenario there. So yeah, this could be a potential nice trade coming through. Nice stuff, George. Nice stuff, my main man. You can see called up moving averages as well. When we see called up moving averages, guys, you know what that tells us? It tends to usually mean a breakout in the price, right? This is what we are seeing now. In terms of a move to the upside here, this is going to be potentially, don't get too excited, guys. We're usually probably going to have a reversal before now, probably around $1.99 there. And it's going to be, but before that, sorry, if it is going to come to fruition there, we could be looking at around, we could be looking at around 16, we could be looking at around 16.14% there. Max one says, Chester, pack it in with the preferred pronoun nonsense. Hey man, I've got to adhere to everyone. Obviously, got to respect everyone's opinion out there in the world. And obviously, yeah, everyone just has an opinion on that. So yeah, just keeping it friendly for everyone involved, right? So yeah, as you can see, this is going to be the area to be looking out for there in terms of resistance there. $1.09 and 8 there. This is definitely going to be an area. I mean, in terms of an entry for this position, right? Ideally, what you kind of want here, first things first, you're probably not going to be getting in until you've cleared this, in terms of reflection of getting in for this trade, right? You wouldn't have got in here like this. It's a bit too close for a first take profit point. So you would have actually waited until you're getting in above this high here, sorry, above this lower high here. And then even now, we're still miles above that. So the first take profit point would actually be $1.98. So in terms of waiting for an entry for this, I want to see a candle body close above $1.75. Yeah, $1.07, 7 cents 5. And then hopefully you can basically run that up for another take profit to the upside there. Stop loss. Going to be very, very nice, very attractive, right? All called up moving averages holding you there. You've got a very nice, strong level of resistance to the top side here. So yeah, in terms of percentages there, it's actually looking very, very favorable for an ADA long to the upside there. Very nice stuff indeed. Still plenty of movement, plenty of space for movement on the RSI as well. So yeah, not looking too bad as well on that front. So yeah, I would say ADA long position looking really, really quite nice, George. Nice stuff, man. Getting a flag in my book. Definitely one to be looking out for there. Polo Chips bought Solana at $2.70. Nice. That's insane, right? Absolutely insane. Just for education and for understanding your strategy, why not shorting now when you have resistance from top of rising wedge? Because, Peter, I presume you're going on about BTC here, because you can't actually have the confirmation that you are actually going to be coming down here, because you can actually break to the upside here. And for me, I'm a breakout trader. Yes, I trade my patterns and stuff like that, right? But I'm more of a breakout scenario trader, right? I like the breakout. I trade the breakout. I find I get a lot more confluences to be getting in on a breakout. So this is why, like here, I wouldn't be shorting here, because we could easily bang it up, right? The chances of us coming up here and hitting a stop loss and stuff, it gives you kind of not really any direction of where you're going to be, the kind of structure for your trade, right? And yeah, that's sort of what I would be looking for. I want to see breakout of chart pattern. In terms of a long position here, that is something that you could be looking for here, because it is going to be a breakout of a structure, right? That's still something that is on the cards there. But for me in this market right now, I'm sure you're probably a bit later to the stream, but I made 2% yesterday actually longing this trend here, and it's kind of the thing, you don't pull the same gag twice, right? So I got into a nice 1% long, right? I was aiming for this measure move 13%, I think it is all the way. I think we've got that over here actually. Yeah, 13.54%, right? That's what I was aiming for. But we came up, we hit my first take profit, stop loss to entry, hit my second take profit actually, and then came back down, stop loss to entry sort of scenario, banked 2% on the way down, and then basically closed the position, because once you hit your first take profit, you move your stop loss to your entry point, and it basically invalidates your losses, right? It's going to be a successful trade no matter what happens. Ideally, yes, it is nicer when it runs very, very fast, but yeah, it's just it's a safer way of trading. It's called gridding your take profits. But yeah, in terms of a reflection of what we were just saying, breakout scenarios is basically, for me, the best way I can be trading. I made a lot more money trading like that over the last few years, right? Have a little look at the chat coming through there. I bought 88 at $1.04. $1.04. Okay, man, nice. I guess coming out of these moving averages? I'm not sure. Well, maybe you've got a trend line coming through on the candle bodies as well there. But yeah, so yeah, I would say it's not looking too bad for ADA. Not looking too bad, man. Just what I would say, if it was me, I would be taking profit as we go up here, because as you can see, these levels do provide key resistance, right? And they're obviously going to be very, very strong areas to be looking out for, like so, right? So yeah, just be prepared for massive throwbacks, because we're not just going to moon, right? We're probably not just going to moon. We're probably going to have pullbacks coming through there, right? I think I'm going to call it a day, guys. I've been going for an hour and 20 minutes nearly, so maybe I'll do one more request. One more request. ADA and XRP in 5 to 7 years will be what Link and Dot are today. I hope this helps. Get you on with your life, and Vet will break $1. Hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of jam token for the King's Coming. Unfortunately, my good sir, I don't think we're going to get that much data here. So I am unfortunately going to be moving on. I'm going to have a little look, but it's going to be dreadful. Yep, as predicted. I'm going to be moving on to EXRD for Simon there. I missed your request earlier, Simon, as well. I do apologize. You did actually request something, I'm sure. And I saw it and I was like, right, I've got to do that. I think it was this coin, right? So yeah, I'm going to do that. Just looking at the chat there. No, we're all good. We're all good, Simon. Let me do this for you there, Simon. I mean, first things first, off the bat, in the hourly, it's looking a bit choppy, right? You can see these wicks really not great. You see the wicks aren't like this. They're not the ideal sort of scenario there for a chart. You want to see it. You want to see nice candle body closes, not this absolute filth. It just shows the direction isn't great, right? You're not seeing nice strong trends there. But yeah, let's jump to the hourly and see what's good coming through here. Obviously quite a new coin coming through on KuCoin there. Interesting, Simon, for you to request this, man. Obviously we saw insane gains to the upside coming through all the way back in October. Kind of looks like a loop ring pump in my opinion. And from there, filth, absolute dirt coming through there. The kids are in the garden making mud pies sort of dirt, right? This is bad, right? So yeah, there's a really strong downtrend at this time. But you can only expect that, guys. And I'm going to be using the Mount Everest analogy here. We love this here. This is what we go off. This is a bit of Everest, right? A bit of base camp 1 and a bit of dirty, filthy descents, right? So let's have a little look at this analogy coming through, right? Because you can see in this parabolic motion like so, people are jumping in here, right? This is the FOMO sort of scenario. This is the FOMO sort of section, right? No, the worst possible place to be buying a coin ever is when you've seen a pump like this, right? Risk reward scenario there, you're gonna get wrecked, right? The likelihood of you not getting wrecked is extremely unlikely, right? Extremely unlikely. It's just greed, right? It's just greed at the end of the day. So the analogy that I'm going to be using here is the Mount Everest analogy, guys. If you're climbing Everest, like so, this is obviously the biggest mountain in the world. Apologies for the drawing. When you're climbing Everest, what do? You climb up very steep, and you want base camp 1. You want a nice base camp 1 in terms of consolidation. You want a nice solid range here. And then once you've had that range, then you can have a nice break to the upside, right? Base camp 2, right? This is what we're looking for here after we've gone parabolic. These are like the buying sort of scenarios that we're looking for here, because otherwise, if you don't get these checkpoints, you're going to climb Everest. You haven't got enough food. You haven't got enough air. And what happens when that happens? You have to head back down. You have to head back down the mountain. You can't be climbing the rest of the mountain without enough air or enough food, right? So yeah, you end up basically heading down back to where you started. Now, this is just pretty much key to what's happened here, right? It's pretty much perfect. So in terms of where we are heading now, even having this insane parabolic Mount Everest pump to the upside there, 495%, we're seeing a retracement near enough back to the open of that sort of pump coming through there. So yeah, in terms of a chart, it's looking pretty awful in my opinion. But obviously I don't know the fundamentals behind this coin, right? So there could obviously be some hidden gems coming through there, and obviously there is something coming through for something for it to pump like that. There obviously is something that I don't know about. But yeah, in terms of what we're looking for here, guys, is going to be probably this low to actually be tapped here. It's looking ever so more likely here. Let's jump down to some smaller term time frames and see if we can get some sort of direction coming through here, because unfortunately we are setting lows here, and we have got lower highs being set here, and even tapping lower highs with these wicks here. You can see the sell-off is just really, really strong indeed. So yeah, we're not really getting that confirmation here. I feel like this coin is struggling to go sideways at this point, right? I feel like it really is struggling to go sideways. So what I would be looking for now is to come down a bit, and set a higher low, right? That's what I kind of want for this coin if we are looking for bullish momentum here. Set a higher low and then see that progression to the upside, right? But even then, if you just look at these wicks are they're just very, very, very unhealthy. Very, very unhealthy. Not great. But yeah, so ideally, I want to see progression to the upside. I want to see these lower highs actually get invalidated. But if that isn't going to happen, then I really would expect these lows to really get tapped yet again there. And then we can see, obviously, this volume weighted ATR band coming down like so. Volume weighted average true range, guys. You can see the support on this bad boy pretty famously strong there. Let's see if we can get a bit more data for that. You can see the support, bang, 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 bang. This is sort of the scenario that I would be looking for here for this this chart pattern right now. Is you can see the volume weighted ATR band is heading down in this stance, and you can see the trend is just tapping it and running down, setting lower highs as you go, right? So this is sort of something I would look for in terms of the live price right now. You can see the volume weighted ATR band is coming down. You can see we're probably coming up, probably going to come down, tap it, come down, tap it, and then we're going to hit this low point again, right? That's sort of what I would say if we're not going to be invalidating any sort of lower highs and setting high lows to see a bit more bullish momentum to the upside, right? Goodness me. Chart MTV, please. Good project. This was going to be my last request, man. Hey, man. Hey, Zan. Let me have MTV, man. It's a multi-vacuum cleaner. No, I'm not really sure. It does look very, very much like that that last chart that we did see there. Let's have a look. I've charted this before. Interesting. Yep, huge downtrend. Lows are being stacked up like ice cream in a freezer. Very strong indeed. Very, very strong indeed. Yeah, you guys did smash the likes today. Really, really do appreciate that. We're at 43 likes. Unreal. You can see these lows getting tapped. You can see we're below all major moving averages here on the daily, so I would probably expect more downwards momentum. That's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Please, please, please trade safe out there. It's going to be a bit choppy. The waters are very choppy. Bitcoin is all over the place. Don't be fooled. We're still in a filthy, filthy downtrend on the macro scale here, guys. This is just 4 days of pure bullish momentum just to trap everyone out and make everyone think that we're going to the goddamn moon when we're really probably not, right? 39,200, the area for Bitcoin to be basically looking out for some sort of rejection there. But yeah, apart from that, guys, I will be back tomorrow morning with a nice juicy BTC update and a nice nice section of altcoin requests as well. So yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you all for I don't know what's about to appear on my screen, but yeah, I will see. I think it's the news from Windows, right? But yeah, I will see you all. I will see you all tomorrow morning, or a bit later, probably midday or something along the lines of that, right? But yeah, thank you ever so much for tuning in. But yeah, peace out. Goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. Are you feeling juicy? You like the juice? You know why we're here. We're here to make money, cold hard cash, money, paper planes with our dollars out here. Money. See you all tomorrow, yeah? Peace.